Alright, we're going to try the camera one last time. Plugged into the USB port on the Jeep. I'm going, and I'm on my way home. Sadly, it looks like I've got come up with a new way of recording while these cameras still are running. Alright. So what's happened with the cameras is they both shut off about 8 minutes in. And I don't know why. I didn't do anything. Oh. I was wondering where that guy was going fast, making all the noise for. Oh, it's me. There, come on, let's shift out of that. Stupid thing here, what's going on? No? There we go. Got this thing shifted in manual, and I'm going, what the hell? It won't go fast. Now we're in drive with the option of manual with the paddles, but under me. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, my health seems like it's going downhill fast. Oh, how come this come on again? Don't know what's going on with the camera, but this is our last attempt for this one. This one already's I got a mark on it. It might have something to do with the memory cards, to be honest. I don't really know. But I have a cord that works in the car, and the thing's still blinking, which is nice. Which doesn't, but I can't see anything on the back of the screen. And as long as I don't stop the car, everything should be okay. I've already knocked the juice jugs over in the front. Some clown decided to stop. There we go. And now it's summer. Although, still the middle of April. It's 15th. Oh. We've been getting odd weather here. We had a relatively nice winter until February came. In March, kind of dumped a lot of rain and a ton of snow on us. Down here, there is none. If this camera lasts till we get home, you'll see the snow up there. We got a good 2 to 3 feet still in the woods. 4 feet on the side of the road. Anyway, I managed to get everything today except for egg noodles. And I was lucky I spotted the macaroni in the last second, because I was just thinking, oh, do I get these other ones? I don't know what you call them. I'm not Italian. But they're like a macaroni, except half of it's turned down 90 degrees. So whatever that is. I almost got it as a macaroni, but I looked at it a little more careful, and it started with the letter R, I believe. And I thought, if I get this, I'm done for. Because I'm always bringing stuff home. Now, I got a new thing today because they didn't have the old thing anymore. These applesauce. It comes in like a big toothpaste tube. Short, stubby one. And that's what the woman said there is now. So, if the kids don't like it, I'll be sucking a lot of freaking applesauce out of the juice. It's okay. Hey, Storm, it's okay. Storm, it's okay. It's okay. He don't like motorbikes, and one just happened to be right behind me. Well, if I let him out, those boys better know how to shift. There's two of them. You watch them, Storm. Yeah, wouldn't mind be a motorcycle policeman and pull this thing over. Although I look like I should belong on a Harley, I can't ride a motorcycle very good. A little bit to do with the balance, and it's hand-foot coordination too, I guess, a little bit. And it's just something like sitting out in the open like that doesn't sit well with me. Okay, here we go. So I went to the downtown Thames and just got myself a coffee instead of the usual. With a couple of donuts, but not into it right now. Oh, there's a chair in there. I've seen the shiny legs. So it's 18 degrees out, which is like 70-ish, I guess. I find it a little cool in the house, but outside in the sun, it's perfect. Okay, we're working and we're going. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. We don't know disasters. Well, 64 million bucks I bought a ticket for tonight's draw. And I had my birthday ticket, didn't win anything, and I had a draw for $5 for some other thing. Well, didn't win that either. So, if I don't win tonight, that's gonna have to stop doing that maybe. Alright, here we go. Next stop, home. boys all got their ATVs out. He's got his baby. Be careful. That's what I need right there is a nice big tractor. Whoops, slow down. 50 horsepower would be about right. Just use the old cruise control here. So who knows what's going on with these damn phones or these cameras here. I do have my game camera that I could probably get out there and set it up pretty quick. Check it out, see if it's working all right. Would have been nice to catch those friggin' turkeys. The turkeys were right at the window. The baby was fussing and kicking his legs. I'm trying to do something on the computer while hanging on to him. And then I look up out the window to see if there was something he was looking at. There's a freaking turkey just close enough to pick the glass. There was two of them, a male and a female. I did get a picture of it actually. My son had to take him because the grandson was sitting on my leg and my phone was under his butt. And there was no way I could freaking manipulate everything to get the phone to work, hang on to the baby. You know, Chaos is my middle name. But my son came in time. Then my wife comes in. What are you looking at? What are you doing? And then, oh, neat. Get a picture, she says. You know, we already had the pictures. And, you know. That's something I'd like right there. You know those benches that you can buy, like at Home Depot, where you just buy the 2x4s or whatever and stick them in? I wouldn't mind getting something like that. Ooh, geez, look at the freaking wood back there. There's a lot of trees. Major pile of trees. Huh. Wonder what firewood's going to cost. We barely burnt, well, we didn't burn 2 cords, maybe 1.5 cords last winter. Mostly because my wife sits in the living room and it gets too hot for her. The rest of the house freezes. So if we light the fire, when we started lighting it up, but later the thermostat picks up the heat and doesn't come on for the whole house. And the fireplace, the way it's situated, it's in the wrong way. Only heats the living room up and a little bit of the hallway. So what happens is it hits the thermostat with the the heat, so it's not coming on. And down where I'm sitting, it gets cold. Really cold. Like about 5 degrees difference cold. And I know it when that temperature hits anything under 20, I'm cold. I gotta wear socks to bed. This has all happened in the last 4 or 5 years. My feet would get cold, and it would be just like as if I was rubbing 2 sticks together trying to get the freaking feet warm enough. Whoa, 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 say baby. There we go. That's a lot. I thought I heard an ambulance. Mind you, that's pretty good hearing if I did hear that one. Yep, some poor bugger in the back. I haven't had many ambulance rides, luckily. My very first one, I was rushed into Edmonton from Fox Creek, and they checked me. They made me stay in overnight under observation, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, I passed gas of all things, and I felt like 100% right after that. The next time, my appendix burst. Back into the ambulance. And went to Grand Prairie this time instead of Edmonton. So they operated on me, and he says it was plugged and didn't look very good. So they sent it away to look at. And they never got a hold of me after that, so that's all fine and dandy. On the way home, I was in my truck and camper, I believe, and I decided I'd hunt on the way home. Right after I got out of the hospital. Geez, if I didn't shoot a deer. And I had it loaded into the back of the camper, which was no easy task to do when I wasn't allowed to lift anything. But without saying anything incriminating, I got it in. And a few years later, out hunting with my ex and a brand new exchange student girl from Mexico. She was like 15 or something like that, or 14. Not very old. Cute little thing. Anyway, we took her hunting. And I was way out of Fox Creek. I was probably well over 50 miles away. I was way out by the plant and down over the hill, we call it. And I was elk hunting. You dummy, I went and bought a large Coke, like 2 liters or whatever it is, the big ones. And bunch of chocolate bars and a bag of tacos or some damn thing, some chips or something. Anyway, that's what I was eating. And then all of a sudden my side started freaking hurting. Oh, somebody lost a hat. And there. So I was sitting away out there in the middle of nowhere. And I remember the pain in my side. So I sat down just off the trail, off the road. Like it was just a hardly been used bush road, you know, like all kind of overgrown and that. And an ATV went driving by, and there was a woman sitting down in the back of it, and I'm in full camo sitting there. And she looked at me, wasn't sure if there was something she was looking at, like she could see me, and then I waved to her. I thought she wet her pants. It was pretty funny, actually. For me, that was. Scared to live in tar out of her. Anyway, I had to get up and go back to the truck. I knew I had to go to the hospital, but I had quite a bit of things to do, because my planning was to go and get gasoline at the plant, because I had a key to the card lock there, so I could unlock it and fill up my truck, which was really handy because my truck was only getting like 8 miles to the gallon. So anyway, I managed to get back to the truck. And then I told my ex, I said, look, we got to go up. I got to fill it up before we go back home. And the pain was incredible. I was doubled over, starting to hallucinate a little bit. And we get up there. I filled up one tank so that I could get home. And then I started driving. I got down to the bottom of the big hill, and she had to drive. I just couldn't drive. The road was bouncing all over the place, and I was hallucinating pretty bad. And like I say, the pain. Well, she started driving. It was so friggin' slow. We had to stop after a couple of miles, and she let me drive again. I didn't waste no time. I got right to the hospital. I get out of the truck, and the doctor's walking out. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and he's going home. I just grabbed him by the shoulder, and I says, you got to check me out right now. Because he would have gone home, and then they would have drugged their butts to come back, you know, like the phone, and they tell me, you know, put your fork down, come on back. Can't watch TV tonight. Got to go deal with Bob. So anyway, he came in with me right away. Started poking me here and there and everywhere, and he says, you got to go to Edmonton, or you got to go to the emergency. You got to go to the hospital in Grand Prairie. I said, why? What's wrong? He says, I think your gallbladder's gone. You're having a big attack. I thought, oh no. My wife says, I got to go home, get him some stuff. So he's got some stuff for when he goes there. It was before people had mobiles and stuff like that, the way it is now. Actually, we did have a mobile, but the battery came, it was about the size of a car battery, weighed about the same. And the phone was another box about the same size as the freaking battery. You needed a shopping cart to use it out in public, and it looked dumber than hell. Excuse me. I was glad to see the end of that. Anyway, it looks like they might have filled in a bump or two out here. Might have. tried, I guess. And on the way to the hospital, my neighbor's kid was the paramedic, or the driver, for the community ambulance. And wouldn't you know it, we had to stop halfway and fill up, because this old van they had as an ambulance couldn't take me the whole way without filling up. Same thing if they went to Edmonton. You gotta stop, fill up. So I had to go to the bathroom real bad. So I said, Daryl, I'm going into the bathroom. Opened up the door of the ambulance, grabbed the pole, and started walking. Daryl came running up behind me, grabbed a hold of the pole as well. And when I went through the door, he had to hustle that pole in because I was going. I had to get to the bathroom. I get to the bathroom, which was in the back of the store, and it wasn't really lots of room there. I get in there and I'm trying to close the door. And he's trying to prevent the door from closing, and I'm slamming his fingers in between the door jamb and the door. And he was hollering. Then I realized what was going on, then I just said, oh, forget it. I'll just go to the bathroom as it was. And here I am in a Johnny shirt with the back open on it. What's going on here? Somebody's out there. That's my neighbor. Oh, yeah. So anyway, it was kind of comical. And after my operation, I come to in the room. I needed a smoke in the worst way I felt. And I knew that they weren't going to do anything for me, and I'm up on the second or third floor. So, grabbed the cigarettes, they were in the drawer right beside me. The lighter. And this was on a weekend, it was a Sunday, I think. And, headed down. See if I can get outside and go stand outside and have a smoke. Back then, you could do that at the hospitals, just straight outside the doors. And the front was locked, so they said you have to go in emergency. So I went down there, went out, and I thought, geez. It's Nick coming out. Good boy. He must have left Grandma with the 3 kids. Well, he's got some lugging to do. So anyway, I went out the emergency exit, stood there, and decided, because it was such an effort to get down there with the freaking pole, the IV pole, I'll have another one. Well, by the time I came in there, which was maybe 20 minutes later, I was feeling pretty woozy on my feet. So I walked into there was a bathroom there, and I just walked in there, locked the door, and sat down on the toilet. Geez, if I didn't pass out. Meanwhile, they realized that I was missing. I wasn't in my bed, and they looked all over the place in the hospital for me. And they couldn't find me. So anyway, I come to, walk out the bathroom, get in the elevator, get back up to the room, and I lay down, and a nurse comes in and says, "Where the hell have you been?" And just started giving me the gears. Man, I'm telling you, I made sure I told them after that where I was going. Yeah, and then I went hunting on the way home after that. And if I didn't get the freaking truck stuck in a big pile of really super soft mud, and that was with a camper on it, and there was no way we were going to go anywhere. So I had to learn how to get this great big D9 cat. It was huge. How to get it to run, and I didn't know how it worked. I figured it out, finally got it, started running, and then I drove it a little bit. I backed it up to the front of the truck. I thought, we'll just put the winch on it from the big machine there, and I'll pull it out. I didn't know how the winch worked, but we managed to get it hooked up, and when I drove off, I finally figured out how to get the winch to go, and I was amazed at the power and the speed of this winch. But it didn't want to stop when I was pulling on the same lever. There was some other freaking lever you had to use to disengage the other one. Man, I'm telling you, Panic City, I thought my truck and camper was going to end up in the back of this freaking big D9 cat. But luckily enough, it all worked out. Stopped it, pulled the freaking truck around, and then I thought, I'll never do that dumb thing again. Hey, so here we are, we're home. Thanks for coming and putting up with the odd, bald camera situation. Take care. And we'll have to figure out if this is the new norm. I got 3 broken cameras now. Okay, take care. Bye-bye for now. That should die right away. Oh, yeah. Oh, be careful. I gotta pee right first off. And then... Where's the dog? Okay. What did he want? So Donnie got something to get him out? Okay, I got a lot. Okay, it's in the front seat and the back seat. Okay. Hey, Mongo, be quiet. still running the bugger. That's weird. Okay, so I gotta plug this back in. Of course. Okay. Nick got Storm out of the back already. Hang on here, I'm having a freaking moment. As soon as I go to plug in the freaking USB, there it is. My hand covers what I gotta see, and I can't get in there. Okay, here we are. You can have these jugs.
I'll just take them straight through the house to the deck.
Yeah, make sure you take your boots off though. Yeah, take the harness off him. You quit? Oh, he's still running. So I managed to get all this crap in here, and now we're going to have to get it all out. And thanks for coming along for the ride. What do we got over here? I just want the light stuff. I can't do it. The heavy stuff right now. What a freaking mess. So he's been cleaning up. That's good. Oh, look at that. That must be for the little girl. And another TV. Free one. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.